that's one of the first songs really dealing with police brutality.
That's
the way
real.
it did from
That's
the
real.
South. And I gotta ask you, man, when they talk about the Terrell Davis murder, they mentioned the neighborhood of Apple Valley.
Yep.
You know, what do you remember about the case, the neighborhood, and what inspired the song?
Man, I remember hearing it on the news, hearing the case, and hearing the people being upset about it. You know what I mean? The whole city of Augusta was upside down about them killing this boy. And me being down there, man, I was more like I was a reporter. I was out there on like field duty. That's how I look back at it now, man. You know what I mean? I remember writing songs like, what song was it? I'm About to Move to Mars.
Man, that's my favorite. Oh,
I'm About to Move to Mars.
That's my favorite song by you, man.
I'm About to Move to Mars was a Friday, first of the month, downtown in the trap, where the whole rap, the whole first verse I wrote sitting down, just looking, reporting from it. The first lines I put on that paper was,
now
who the fuck wouldn't be fucked up? You feel? And clientele can foretell your life. A nigga beats his wife. Damn, it's hurting me. But I can't help a man. Way this grind be working me. Dodging the narcs. In the midst of writing it, the police pull up. What y'all doing? I'm just sitting out here with a pen and paper. I got to pull out my ID, show them, and all this stuff. So that's the cops. Cops pulling up, they fuck with us. Because we on our corner. Can't tell them what I wanna. If I do, I'm a goner. They leave, but they just ride the block. I serve my rocks, bump them out before they necks stop. Fake ass cop. Why the fuck these motherfuckers with me? Motherfucker, I'm the one that pay your salary. Don't get fired. Fiends making me so tired, telling their stories. They spend money, so I let them bore me. I know you should have been. I know you should have. I know you should have been. No,
I know you could have been.
I know you could have been. All I say you should have been. Fuck reminiscing, man. How many hits you getting? So I can hit the house, try to smoke an ounce, let the weed protect me from everything I see in this fucked up reality.
Thank you for shooting the video for that too,
man.
That video, I watched it, I was like, man.
I'm gonna go back and go get some of them, man. Some of them videos, man, because there's a lot of stuff for me to show that they need to see from like Old Father. I think I can come up with a dope video for Old Father.
And I gotta ask you, because you said in the interview you was gonna do a Rhonda video. Is that still happening, man?
Actually, Rhonda, it's gonna be a movie. It's a whole little gangster movie, man, to the Rhonda joint, man. It's a beautiful story. It's a story, man.
I'm trying to stay in character, man. But man, I'm doing the damn, man. So
that's tight.
Man, I gotta ask you, Troy. You know, people don't give you the credit for it, but you pioneered the Southeast route.
Yeah.
You pioneered it, man.
Yeah.
People did it after you. What made you decide to say, I'm not gonna worry about New York, I'm gonna hit the whole Southeast?
Man, you know what? Signing with Universal, you know, with the majors and stuff like that, I just didn't like where they were sending me. You know what I mean? Like, they were trying to get me to convince some people to like me, and there's some people that damn love me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, man, I'm not too worried about my presence in Nebraska. I'm way more concerned with what I'm doing in Georgia and South Carolina and Alabama, man. It was just a decision that I made, man, that really ended up being the best route for me. Yeah.
So I gotta ask you, man, you know, you were also one of the first people to say, to say, I'm not just gonna rep Atlanta, I'm gonna rep the whole state of Georgia.
For sure.
What made you say, I'm gonna pivot from doing just Atlanta, the whole state?
So with me being from Augusta, you know, doing the music from Augusta and being from Atlanta, I didn't want either one of them to feel slighted. You feel me, man? So I said, you know what, we just gonna rep the whole state, man. Down South Georgia boys. Atlanta, Augusta, Valdosta, the whole nine. And it was just such a smart decision, man, because everybody got with it. From down South Georgia boys, down South Georgia girls, we can go anywhere in the state.
You can.
And get some love.
Man, y'all were down there with us, man, and I ain't mean to deviate.
Yeah.
Y'all were down there with us in Fort Valley, man, and I remember I was pledging at the time, but I was like, bro, I really want to get in trouble and go see this man perform. Ain't no other celebrity just coming down here to perform and get that money, but you
That's tight, man. That's tight, man. I love it, man. You know what I mean? It resonated to a lot of people, man. Atlanta had enough people just saying Atlanta. You know what I mean, man? I was just like, all right, we're going to go a different route, man. Let's rep Georgia.
For sure. sure. And thank you for doing that.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Man, let me ask you, man. You know, I really have always wanted to ask this, man. You talk a lot. I think you said in one interview about going up to the tunnel and feeling like we weren't getting that respect that we need.
Yeah.
Did that inspire you to make its own down here, or just
man, you know what?
Anything?
All that stuff was already produced, but when I went up to the tunnel, man, that's when it was a real civil war with the South in New York. They just thought we was the dumbest rappers. They ain't had no content.
Yeah.
And I agree, a lot of the shit was some bullshit. I'm with you. But when I went up to the tunnel that night, man, I'll never forget. I ordered a bottle of champagne just so I had me a weapon in that motherfucker. I gotta hit somebody with this motherfucker. I bought me a bottle. Yeah, man. But when I was in there, man, I rapped No More Playing GA and I rapped Vice Versa. They kind of just looked around, you know, they just kind of just looking at me with their mugs on and shit. When I came off the stage, man, and like walked back to my area, the niggas started dapping me up. Dang. You know what I mean, man? And I know that this was early in the acceptance of what we had to offer down here, man. I know I made New York respect the South music, man. Oh, man, this motherfucker here, he rapping. You feel me, man? He rapping. So that was real dope, man. You know, from New York to the whole triad, a lot of students and stuff coming down here from up north, and they just fell in love with it, man, and started taking it back home and stuff like that, man. It's just real dope to see where it's at now. I remember going to New York, man. They not playing one song from the South. You feel me, man? We in the club, they not playing anything. And then going up there probably early 2000s, mid 2000s, I get out the damn car at the club, man, they got Waka Flocka knocking the walls down in the club, man. I really felt accomplished.
And he shouted you out, man, and a couple others just to talk about how y'all fought for Atlanta respect, Georgia respect.
We got it, man. We got it. You know what I mean? A lot of people, a kick though, it's easy to run in after the door open. The baddest motherfucker who kicked that door. Right. You feel me, man? Right. You don't know what's on the other side of that door. You know what I mean, man? But I kicked it. And everybody ran in, man. We still running through that same damn door.
Right.
Dope.
So let me ask you, man, you know, you went on tour, Cash Money, you been on tour with the Rough Riders, and I tell my northern friends this all the time. I say, man, I declare war is like, it's dark and as hell is hot for us. How do you feel about your first album? You met DMX.
Yeah.
How was that? Man,
DMX loved me. I love him too. It was just the hunger, man, the hunger. You know what I mean? One thing that I never did, man, to this day, I still don't rap with money in my pocket. You feel me, man? I'm talking about I empty my pockets completely. It's just a place that I want to go to, you know what I mean, man, when I'm writing and stuff like that, man. So just to be able to be honest and relatable to more people than yourself, you know what I mean, man? I like being able to, for anybody to listen to that shit and relate, you know what I mean, man? I rap about things that I haven't necessarily experienced, but some people, a lot of people have. I never grew up in a single parent household and stuff like that, but I know the scenario of it, and I'm able to reiterate it through the music, man. So my thing, man, just trying to be a vessel, man, for everybody. You know what I mean, man? Make everybody feel a part of this time.
Man,
and that's what it said.
I'm gonna ask you about 05 in a minute, but I gotta ask you this too, man. Mad Society, what's the significance of it, and how did that begin your career as a businessman?